Hello all my ACCA students and in fact my future ACCA students as well. I am now coming across a lot of queries by the students who ask me, ma'am, should we opt for exemptions which are offered by ACCA and also offered by the colleges with which we are doing our undergraduation degrees, or based on the professional qualification that we have and the other degrees, we get an exemption by ACCA for many subjects, 5, 6, sometimes 4, sometimes 5, 6, 8, 9 subjects as well. So what do you suggest? I mean, the best answer that anybody could give would be like, go ahead with their exemptions. But I would say that no, my friend, thoughtfully look at these exemptions and then analyze based on the factors that I am telling you that should you take the exemption or not, because I'm telling you, you are the best judge for yourself. Why I'm saying this? Let's say I take an example of a professional who is having a degree like a CA, CMA, CS, where he is getting a 9 subject exemption. Or you are in a college, that college is offering you 9 subject exemptions and you just have to give 4 papers. Okay. Now, the purpose for you to opt for ACCA is because you want to elevate your professional qualifications, and then after getting the degree you are on the job, or whether you are already in the job and you want to elevate your levels. So let's say I'll take one example that is my subject as well, which is UK taxes. One of the optional paper which I always recommend students to take, not because I teach it, but because I find it to be highly relevant in today's environment. I am having a background of more than 14 years, 15 years of tax experience in consultancies. Right, so I have seen a lot of outsourcing work also coming to India for the UK, for US, and I find it to be a great opportunity as as a practice area, as an employment area as well. So I always recommend students, you please take ATX as a P-level subject, because it opens up a big horizon for you to go into venture into the UK taxes, going into the international market, looking into the overseas markets, overseas taxes, international taxes, mergers, acquisitions, their tax angles, looking into the DTEE experts positions also. And I think there are a lot of other areas also that gets opened up apart from the UK tax, of course, filing the returns, doing the due diligences, and other areas. And in fact, being a tax expert, tax consultant, working in that back office as well. Now, coming to this point of exemption. So let's say a student comes to me and he says, ma'am, I want to learn ATX from you. I say, okay, fine. And we start with it. But what I found is always that the students then come and just study from the passing point of view. Boss, you have to study from the point of view of that, when you are on the job and you have a technical situation, you are just handling it like this. So with the proper base knowledge, that becomes even more effective. I can guarantee that I will make you clear your ATX exams. But what I find missing in sometimes these students is that if you have a tax base, then you go to a P level, it makes your understanding more firm, more better, more clear, and that is with you for another 20-25 years. And that's not a short-lived one. Right, so that is a flaw. If you go for exemptions, you found that base missing. Likewise, if you study PM and you go to APM because you want to be a management consultant, you want to be a cost, a consultant, you want to go into this practice of product costing and, cost optimizations, budgeting, variances, management information systems, and so on, these areas become open for you. But are you ready? Because for applying the practical concepts, you need to be conceptually strong. So my friends, are you ready? If you take exemptions, your base becomes dwindled. You have not studied MA, you got the exemptions. You did not study PM, you got the exemptions. And now you want to study APM and suddenly you feel, oh my God, everything is becoming too clumsy. Okay, so opting for exemptions is good from the point of view that you have to pay less and you can achieve a degree sooner. But I am not saying that you leave out all the exemptions, but I have many students who take tax sessions just because they want to have their basics clear, because they are very clear they want to practice in taxes. I have students who take MA and PM sessions just because they want to have their cost base very clear. We have students that even they offer audit, even they offer FR, and basically with the purpose that they want to have their basic core knowledges strengthened. And people also take accounting also, which is a base for FR. Now, why I'm discussing here is I'm not recommending that you go for every exemption withdrawal, but I am saying whether you give the exam or not, okay, but the choice you have to make it very, very carefully, that why don't you withdraw exemption or why don't you opt out for exemption for some of the papers that you feel are necessary for building your career, that you feel would be important for you, whether you want to practice, whether you want to be in employment, or you just want to be in consultancy. So those papers that you think would be a base for you, don't go for exemption for them. Okay, because you can save your exemption amount now, although you pay exemption fees also, right? So you can save your fees, you can save your a quarter of preparation maybe, but that quarter of preparation can give you a base for your another 30 years of work. So I recommend that, guys, students, please go for the opting out of exemption only for those papers that you find that your base is missing with, that your concepts are dwindling with it. So you are not just aiming for clearing the exam, you are aiming to ensure that when you have on the job questions, on the job situations, you are handling like flawlessly. So have your concepts absolutely crystal clear for that. Offer classes, offer exams only for those typical, subjects for which you want to opt out of exemption. Let's say out of 9, you find there are 1 or 2 that I should not be getting the exemption for, opt out for exemption and appear for those 2 exams. In case if you don't want to appear for the exam, you can even take the exemptions and take the classes so that you are conceptually clear for those concepts, and then you move ahead to the advanced level, to your strategic level. So that would give you a very good base, confidence, and when you become affiliate, and you are into your work elevated, then you are doing justice to it. You are conceptually clear, you know how to implement, you know how to apply. It becomes very, very easy for you to handle the practical cases. I am telling you from my experience of more than 15 years into this industry, doing work, doing practice, into employment. So I think with this, I would like to close this topic as don't go for any suggestions apart from one suggestion that your heart, that your mind tells you that, look, this is the subject that I want to, make myself more better with, more conceptually clear with, more detailed insights into it, so that my future is, in my future, when I get elevations, when I get my degree, then I am more confident about the work that I am doing. Okay, so please make sure that you follow it. So now for those subjects that you want to offer, say yes, I would offer, and the other subjects, yes, you can leave them and don't take the exemption withdrawal for them. Okay, thank you.